Star Trek: The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, introduced us to a legendary crew that journeyed across the stars and into our hearts. From Captain Picard's commanding presence to Data's curious mind, these characters became sci-fi icons. But after decades away from the bridge of the Enterprise, where are the actors now? Join us for a nostalgic voyage through time as we explore the cast then and now. Some looks will surprise you, others will warm your heart. Brent Spiner, born on February 2nd, 1949 in Houston, Texas. He portrayed Lieutenant Commander Data in Star Trek: The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, when he was 38 years old. Data is a highly intelligent and curious android who strives to understand humanity. His quest to become more human and his gentle, logical demeanor made him one of the most beloved characters in the Star Trek franchise. Following TNG, Spiner reprised his role in multiple Star Trek films and series, including Star Trek Picard, where he portrayed multiple characters related to Data. He also had notable roles in films like Independence Day and worked extensively in theater and voice acting. In 2025, at age 76, Brent Spiner continues to contribute to sci-fi media and frequently engages with fans around the world.
Imagination is not necessary. The scale is readily quantifiable. We are presently generating 12.75 billion gigawatts per...
Exactly.
Walter Matthau. And apparently Matthau told me this story that Judy Holliday came back afterwards and she said, this guy Shatner is his...
Jonathan Frakes, born on August 19, 1952, in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, USA. He portrayed Commander William Thomas Will Riker in Star Trek: The Next Generation, 1987, when he was 35 years old. Riker is known for his charm, confidence, and loyalty, serving as the first officer aboard the USS Enterprise D. A skilled tactician and natural leader, Riker often acted as a vital bridge between the crew and Captain Picard. Frakes' portrayal brought warmth and charisma to the role. After The Next Generation, he continued playing Riker in films and guest appearances in later Star Trek series. Frakes also became a prolific television director, notably directing multiple episodes across the Star Trek universe. In 2025, he is 72 years old and remains active in directing and participating in Star Trek conventions and projects.
Starbase. At maximum warp in 2 years, 7 months, 3 days, 18 hours, we would reach Starbase 185.
Why? Why?
I did a great episode of my show last year, but I didn't even get better with this year. I hope to go to Starfleet Academy, and with any luck, Venus Prime.
Patrick Stewart, born on July 13, 1940, in Muirfield, West Yorkshire, England. He portrayed Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek: The Next Generation, 1987, when he was 47 years old. Captain Picard is a principled and intellectual leader, known for his diplomacy, deep moral convictions, and love of archaeology and Shakespeare. As the commanding officer of the USS Enterprise D, he guided his crew with wisdom and integrity, becoming one of the most respected captains in the Star Trek franchise. Stewart's performance earned him critical acclaim and a lasting legacy in science fiction. After The Next Generation, Stewart reprised his role in several Star Trek films and returned as Picard in the series Star Trek: Picard, 2020 to 2023. In 2025, at the age of 84, Patrick Stewart remains an iconic figure in theater and film, continuing to act and advocate for human rights and domestic violence prevention.
USS Enterprise.
No response.
This is Captain Picard representing the United Federation of Planets.
Altogether happy with the work I'd done. I thought it was too internal, too restrained, too solitary, too...
Marina Certis, born on March 29, 1955, in London, England. She portrayed Counselor Deanna Troi in Star Trek: The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, at the age of 32. Deanna Troi is the empathic half-betazoid, half-human ship's counselor aboard the USS Enterprise D. Known for her warmth, intuition, and deep concern for the emotional well-being of the crew, Troi became a key figure in the series' exploration of psychology and interpersonal relationships. After Star Trek TNG, Certis reprised her role in several Star Trek films and series, including Star Trek Picard. She also appeared in numerous TV shows and lent her voice to animated projects. In 2025, at age 70, Marina Certis remains an active participant in fan conventions and continues occasional appearances in television and film.
To do any of that techno babble, so I usually just have to say, so how does that make you feel? Or, Captain, he's hiding something, you know, right?
Lavar Burton, born on February 16, 1957, in Landstuhl, West Germany, now Germany. He portrayed Lieutenant Commander Geordi LaForge in Star Trek, The Next Generation, 1987, when he was 30 years old. Geordi, a blind engineer with a visor that allows him to see the electromagnetic spectrum, is known for his brilliant technical mind and deep compassion for his fellow crew members. Burton's portrayal highlighted both the character's intellect and humanity. Prior to Star Trek, Burton gained fame for his role as Kunta Kinte in Roots, 1977, and later became beloved as the longtime host of Reading Rainbow. After The Next Generation, he remained active in both acting and directing, and is a strong advocate for literacy and education. In 2025, Lavar Burton is 68 years old, continuing to inspire audiences through public speaking, storytelling, and activism.
Piece of bioelectronic engineering by which I, quote, see much of the EM spectrum, ranging from simple heat and infrared through radio waves, etc., and for...
No. I think the name Aaron Burton I've heard before, but I had no real concept of where he was in the lineage.
Well, we assume that your grandparents...
Mel Barrett, born on February 23, 1932, in Cleveland, Ohio. She voiced the Enterprise computer in Star Trek, The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, when she was just 55 years old, and was known as the First Lady of Star Trek due to her deep involvement in the franchise. She also portrayed Nurse Chapel in the original series and Lwaxana Troi, Deanna Troi's eccentric and lovable mother, in TNG. Her calm, iconic voice guided generations of Star Trek fans as the ship's computer. Mel Barrett passed away on December 18, 2008, at the age of 76 due to leukemia. She left behind a legacy of pioneering female roles in science fiction and was deeply respected by fans and colleagues alike.
Holodeck? Where is that?
Follow the comm panel lights. They will lead you there.
Oh.
The public would not accept a woman second in command of a starship, particularly. So I was out.
For long. Which is ironic, considering much later.
Gates McFadden, born on March 2, 1949, in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. She portrayed Dr. Beverly Crusher in Star Trek, The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, when she was 38 years old. Dr. Crusher is the chief medical officer aboard the USS Enterprise D, known for her intelligence, compassion, and professionalism. As a single mother to Wesley Crusher, she balanced her demanding career with parenthood, making her a relatable and respected character. After TNG, McFadden reprised her role in Star Trek films, and later in Star Trek. Picard. In addition to acting, she has worked as a choreographer for films such as Labyrinth. In 2025, at age 76, Gates McFadden remains engaged in the arts and continues to connect with fans through conventions and interviews.
Talked about.
Why don't you take a trip yourself and find out?
Riker to Picard.
Picard here.
All sections ready to begin the survey, sir.
Very good. I'm on my way.
I think it is true. But see, I don't know that. I don't know that for sure. But here's the thing. I think they had, like I had said no to Star Trek.
Michael Dorne, born on December 9, 1952, in Luling, Texas. He portrayed Lieutenant Worf in Star Trek, The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, when he was 35 years old. Worf, the first Klingon to serve in Starfleet, is a symbol of honor, strength, and loyalty. His journey explores the balance between his warrior heritage and his Starfleet duties, earning him a powerful legacy in the Star Trek universe. Dorne went on to become the actor with the most appearances in Star Trek history, reprising Worf in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and several films, and returning once again in Star Trek, Picard. He is also a skilled pilot and has directed episodes of TV shows. In 2025, Michael Dorne is 72 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry and Star Trek community.
Things very difficult for him.
We have found no sign of the intruder, but there is an open sugar lift.
Very difficult working with these people. They were just... But for some reason, there was one...
Patty Yasutaki, born on September 6, 1953, in Los Angeles, California. She portrayed Nurse Alyssa Ogawa in Star Trek, The Next Generation, beginning in 1990 when she was 37 years old. Nurse Ogawa worked in sickbay under Dr. Crusher and became a trusted and recurring member of the medical team aboard the USS Enterprise D. Her calm demeanor, compassion, and professionalism made her a fan-favorite supporting character. She also appeared in several Star Trek films. Beyond Star Trek, Patty Yasutaki had roles in films such as The Wash and Come See the Paradise, and she contributed to representation as one of the few Asian American women in a recurring sci-fi role during the 1990s. Patty Yasutaki passed away on August 5, 2024, at the age of 70.
The cortex. Synaptic responses are failing.
Begin full cardiac induction.
Blood pressure is dropping rapidly.
I play Malone, who is the mother of Shelby, and she is the, I suppose, some people call it, the...
Colm Meaney, born on May 30th, 1953, in Dublin, Ireland. He portrayed Chief Miles O'Brien in Star Trek, The Next Generation, beginning in 1987, when he was 34 years old. O'Brien is a dedicated and skilled Starfleet officer, known for his technical expertise and everyman relatability. His character transitioned to a main role in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, where he became Chief of Operations and was further developed as a family man and veteran. Meaney's portrayal brought depth and humanity to a role that resonated with many fans. Outside of Star Trek, Colm Meaney built a successful career in film and television, starring in works like The Commitments, Layer Cake, and Hell on Wheels. In 2025, at age 71, he remains active in acting and is widely respected for his contributions to genre and drama alike.
The rites of death you will find him. His father's sword.
I hadn't thought about it before, surprisingly, but I just thought, I suppose if I had to pick one or two, a couple of Neil Jordan's films, I think.
Wil Wheaton, born on July 29, 1972, in Burbank, California. He portrayed Wesley Crusher in Star Trek, The Next Generation, 1987 to 1994, when he was just 15 years old. Wesley is the teenage prodigy son of Dr. Beverly Crusher, serving on the USS Enterprise D and frequently assisting the senior crew with his exceptional intelligence. Though the character received mixed reactions, Wil Wheaton's performance earned him a loyal fan base. After leaving TNG, Weaton transitioned into voice acting, writing, and became a prominent internet personality and advocate for mental health awareness. He later returned to the Star Trek universe with appearances in Star Trek, Picard. In 2025, at age 52, Wil Wheaton continues to thrive as a writer, actor, and speaker.
Examination, but hopes that you will reapply next year.
I understand, sir. And I do intend to reapply.
In the interim, the Academy's losses are gained.
The reason I didn't kill myself as a teenager is that I didn't know how. That's how much pain I was in.
Whoopi Goldberg, born on November 13th, 1955, in New York City, New York. She portrayed Guinan, the enigmatic El-Orient bartender aboard the USS Enterprise D, beginning in 1988, when she was 33 years old. Guinan is wise, deeply intuitive, and known for her mysterious past and unique connection with Captain Picard. Her calm presence and cryptic insight made her one of the show's most intriguing characters. Whoopi Goldberg, already an acclaimed actress and comedian before joining Star Trek, brought prestige and depth to the role. She is one of the few entertainers to have won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, EGOT. In 2025, at age 69, she continues her career as a talk show host, actress, and author, and reprised her role as Guinan in Star Trek Picard.
It's used to having the captain's ear.
What's on your mind?
I've heard a lot of people talking down in 10 forward.
It's like crazy every time you walk in.
First of all, it's all the weight I've lost because I've lost almost 2 people.
I have lost a lot as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Denise Crosby, born on November 24th, 1957 in Los Angeles, California. She portrayed Lieutenant Natasha Tasha Yar in Star Trek: The Next Generation in 1987 when she was 30 years old. Tasha Yar was the Enterprise D's security chief, known for her strength, courage, and tragic backstory of survival. Though Crosby left the series after the first season, her character made memorable returns in alternate timelines, and as the villainous Romulan Sela, Tasha's daughter from a parallel universe. Denise Crosby went on to appear in numerous television shows and films, and also produced Trekkies, a popular documentary about Star Trek fandom. In 2025, at age 67, she continues to act and is an active part of the fan convention circuit.
Your dream of reunification is not dead. It will simply take a different form. The Romulan conquest of Vulcan.
Each other and forever will be connected in a way that's unusual. And, you know, for...
Diana Muldor, born on August 19th, 1938, in Brooklyn, New York. She portrayed Dr. Catherine Pulaski in Star Trek: The Next Generation during the show's second season in 1988 when she was 50 years old. Dr. Pulaski, known for her strong will and traditional medical instincts, served as the chief medical officer of the USS Enterprise D during Dr. Crusher's absence. Though her tenure was brief, she brought a McCoy-like skepticism to the crew dynamic, particularly in her interactions with the android Data. Diana Muldor was already an accomplished actress before joining Star Trek, with roles in L.A. Law, McCloud, and The Survivors. In 2025, at age 86, she is retired from acting and lives a private life away from the spotlight.
Catherine Pulaski, author of Linear Models of Viral Propagation?
That was a long time ago.
But still the standard. I can't think of anyone I'd rather be dealing with.
So you just open the script?
You open the script, and there it is. Oh, okay, we do that one. All right. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Dwight Schultz, born on November 24th, 1947, in Baltimore, Maryland. He portrayed Lieutenant Reginald Reg Barclay in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1990 when he was 43 years old. Barclay is an awkward but brilliant systems engineer who struggles with anxiety and holodeck addiction, making him one of the franchise's most human and relatable characters. Schultz's performance earned him a loyal fan base, and he reprised the role in Voyager and First Contact. Outside Star Trek, he is also widely known for playing Howling Mad Murdoch on the A-Team, and for his extensive voice acting work in animation and video games. In 2025, at age 77, Dwight Schultz remains active in voice acting and is a celebrated guest at sci-fi conventions.
Yes, of course. Every summer, you would come to Bergerac.
You used to make swords out of the reeds, and when you cut your hand...
Many ways. The very first day that I came to the set of the A-Team, I walked into the makeup trailer, and there was George, and he came up and said, "How do you do? George Papard here."
Carell Striken, born on July 30th, 1948, in The Hague, Netherlands. He portrayed Mr. Halm in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1987, when he was 39 years old. Mr. Halm is the silent but expressive valet and manservant of Lwaxana Troi, known for his towering presence, subtle comedic timing, and loyalty. Though he rarely spoke, Striken's physicality and unique screen presence made Mr. Halm a memorable and beloved character. Outside of Star Trek, Carell Striken is known for playing similarly iconic roles, such as Lurch in the Addams Family films and the Giant in Twin Peaks, In 2025, at age 76, he continues to act occasionally and remains a favorite among fans of cult and science fiction cinema.
What a constant joy you are. Oh, Mr. Holm.
Well, I just explained to Barry and Scott, they were the only ones there during that audition, that...
Rosalyn Chow, born on September 23, 1957, in Anaheim, California. She portrayed Keiko O'Brien in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1991, when she was 34 years old. Keiko is a botanist and the wife of Chief Miles O'Brien, known for her intelligence, strength, and family-centered values. Her role continued in Star Trek: Deep Space Nine, where she raised their daughter and helped depict the everyday life of Starfleet families. Rosalyn Chow also had roles in films such as The Joy Luck Club and Disney's live-action Mulan remake. In 2025, at age 67, she remains active in acting and is highly regarded for her trailblazing roles as an Asian American actress.
Identify. Cardassian patrol ship, Hideki class. Shields up.
Mulan horse dance. So it's really been in my DNA ever since I can remember. It's so exciting.
Dennis Malone, born on September 29, 1960, in the United States. He portrayed an Ansata terrorist in Star Trek: The Next Generation in 1987, when he was 27 years old, though best known as a stunt coordinator and performer rather than for a specific character. Malone appeared in many episodes in small roles and contributed extensive stunt work across the Star Trek franchise, including Deep Space Nine and Voyager. His work defined many of the action sequences that fans remember fondly. Outside of Star Trek, he worked on numerous popular television shows, including The X-Files, Heroes, and NCIS. In 2025, at age 64, Dennis Malone is semi-retired, but remains a respected figure in the stunt community.
11 feet high, away from the bomb and into the pool, okay?
Friends got dropped off in California. Within 24 hours, I met this great stunt coordinator called Paul Stater, who is the original.
Michelle Forbes, born on January 8, 1965, in Austin, Texas. She portrayed Ensign Ro Laren in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1991, when she was 26 years old. Ro Laren is a strong-willed and rebellious Bajoran Starfleet officer with a complicated past. Her character brought depth and moral complexity to the series, often clashing with authority while remaining deeply principled. Forbes' performance made Ro a standout character, and though she declined the opportunity to join Deep Space Nine, her portrayal left a lasting impact. Michelle Forbes went on to appear in acclaimed shows such as Battlestar Galactica, True Blood, and The Killing. In 2025, at age 60, she continues to act in both television and film, and reprised her role as Ro Laren in Star Trek: Picard.
Could you pass the rolls?
You've been eating.
Occasionally, and I think it has more to do with perhaps stature, especially when I was younger. I seem to be much.
Robert O'Reilly, born on March 25, 1950, in New York City, New York. He portrayed Goran, the fierce and wide-eyed Klingon leader, beginning in Star Trek: The Next Generation in 1989, when he was 39 years old. Goran is a powerful and politically cunning warrior who leads the Klingon Empire through war and uneasy alliances. O'Reilly's intense portrayal became iconic among fans, and he reprised the role in Star Trek: Deep Space Nine. His portrayal of Klingon honor and volatility was unforgettable. Outside Star Trek, he worked in theater and various television series. In 2025, at age 75, Robert O'Reilly is retired from acting but still appears at conventions, known for his humor and dedication to the fan base.
Dismissed.
Problems with people like recognizing you because of the eyes,
Well, actually, I'm sort of lucky that way because it takes 3 hours to put the makeup on for Garrel.
Brian Bonsel, born on December 3rd, 1981, in Torrance, California. He portrayed Alexander Rozhenko, the son of Worf in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1992 when he was just 11 years old. Alexander is a half-human, half-Klingon boy grappling with his dual heritage and his complicated relationship with his father. Bonsel's youthful yet emotionally grounded performance brought depth to the character's struggles with his identity and belonging. After Star Trek, Bonsel appeared in several other TV roles, including Family Ties, but retired from acting in the late 1990s to focus on music. In 2025, at age 43, he lives a private life and has played in multiple punk rock bands, occasionally appearing at fan conventions.
19th century Earth. The ancient West.
What is our function here?
John Delansancy, born on March 20th, 1948, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He portrayed Q in Star Trek: The Next Generation, beginning in 1987, when he was 39 years old. Q is a powerful, mischievous, and enigmatic being from the Q continuum, known for challenging humanity's moral and philosophical limits, especially Captain Picard's. His sharp wit, theatrical flair, and godlike powers made him one of the most iconic recurring characters in the franchise. Delancey reprised Q in multiple Star Trek series, including Voyager, Lower Decks, and Star Trek: Picard. Beyond Star Trek, he has had an extensive career in voice acting and theater. In 2025, at age 77, John Delancey continues to work in entertainment and is beloved by fans worldwide for his intelligent and charismatic portrayal of Q.
Harm until they're found guilty.
Who is your favorite character from Star Trek: The Next Generation? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.